you have your cup of tea there? That'll calm you down, Carl.
Well, let's see what your tea is like.
My tea's rotten.
It's none of your-
although I'm enjoying
nettle tea shite.
I'm enjoying my cup of tea that I made.
Why?
Because
I only say why because I know there's a dig coming.
no, there actually isn't. Because I generally, when I make myself a cup of tea, it's always shit. So I'm actually enjoying this cup that I made for myself.
That's a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
You told me your tea is not that bad.
Oh. Here we are now, headquarters.
Welcome back to another episode.
Hayl headquarters. I'm just doing that to piss you off.
How are y'all getting on?
How are you, lovies?
Welcome back to another episode of How Are You Lovie? Carl and Ash here with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always a joy to have all of you listening in.
We do love it. We really do love it. And actually, do you know what? I'm really glad that this is back to a normal episode this week.
I know it was weird because last week, because we were away when we normally record, we had pre-recorded last week's episode like nearly 2 weeks in advance. It felt odd.
Yeah, it was about a week and a half now.
Yeah, it wasn't that much.
Yes.
But yeah, we're back on normal track now. So just if anyone did miss it, I'm sure our trip away to the States will come into this episode at some point, but we did a full bonus episode on Saturday, just gone, on the trip. And
We
the
did
full
actually.
rundown on it.
Yes, you're right. Good little plug there, Carl. Well done, well done.
There you go.
I need to apologise to our lovely listeners that are watching us on YouTube. I've just come in from work. The hack of me. The hack of you too, Carl.
No, I'm a hack. I'm an absolute state.
Yeah.
I don't care. It was one of those things. I actually was like, will I go upstairs and fresh? No. I just
Do you know what
couldn't be arsed.
Do you know what I have found I do, right? Right before every single time that we record. And I don't know why, but it's a tradition.
One.
I spray perfume on me every time. I think I've mentioned this before.
What?
I don't know. It just empowers me.
No, but you know what though? That actually is true. Like sometimes doing something like that, like putting aftershave or anything on you, it makes you feel better about yourself.
It does. It's like it gives me a sense of like, you got this, girl.
Well, what's it? Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Isn't that the whole
Well,
thing?
I'm not dressing though. Let's be honest.
Spray for the job you want, not the job you have.
Spray. But I didn't do it this evening because it was the first time I said, Aisling, you don't need a spritz.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
You got this yourself.
Exactly.
No spray is going to back you up.
You a working mom.
Yeah.
You
I was
busy.
always a working
Yeah.
mom. I'm busy.
You busy. You killing it, girl.
Yeah.
Can I start our episode by shouting out one of our lovely listeners, listening all the way from Australia? Shout out to Lisa Doyle Lamb. She says, listening from Sydney, Australia, twice a week, a little bit of home.
Aww.
Lisa, that is so nice. And we're so glad that we bring you a piece of home. Well, actually, you know what? The last few days,
Lisa
the weather's
Flame.
been all right. You're as if she hasn't got that her whole life. She 100% has. God love her.
Thank you.
You're such a child. You're actually such a child, for Christ's sake. Lisa, I can only apologise for her. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way from Australia. And yeah, if there's anything you'd like to know about home, you can get in touch with another comment and say, check this out for me or do this or check in on this person for me, all right?
Carl's about to deck me here. Right, let's get into it. Carl, hit me with it. How are you, lovey, this week?
Do you want me to start off first?
Well, that's why I went straight to you.
Okay,
You don't need
okay.
to repeat that.
I'm good. You'll know that I was very overstimulated today.
Yes, you were.
Very overstimulated when Ash came home from work. I don't know what it was. I don't know what was causing it. I was just like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Do you know what? I saw a video on Instagram the other day, and it was kind of one of these comedy videos, but it was basically this thing. It was like, what no one tells you about becoming a parent is how often you have to get out of where you're fucking sitting. It's so true. But the other thing that like no one talks about when it comes to parenthood is just the audio onslaught.
Yes.
It's just like an oral assault.
It is an oral assault. Especially when you are around, it's an oral assault.
No, and in fairness,
Oral
I
assault.
I wind them up and I get the kids all like,
Yes.
giddy and everything like that. But geez, tonight, I was having one of those days where my brain was like, not even my brain, my nervous system was like, you can't take this.
Yes, you just had to laugh it off.
I know, and in fairness, I did, and you're very good in those situations. In fairness, you could see that I was a bit overstimulated.
Sorry, do you know
She
what?
farted again.
I farted, okay, and the fart like rippled up through my leggings, like it came out. It came.
She's pointing at like the bottom of her quad.
Like it was.
What's wrong? What's wrong with the two of us?
It was a wholesome one, right? And it was so wholesome that it rippled all the way up to the top of my quad.
Absolutely.
It's not Whopper. Like that's a Whopper one.
Well done, you.
Thank you.
I'm so delighted for you. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Being overwhelmed with noises hit me from all directions.
Well, I was very considerate of you, and that was a quiet one.
Do you know one thing that my psychologist recommended I should get?
What?
Loop earplugs.
Well, actually, I was looking at these there only last night.
Were you?
I was looking at the sleep loop earplugs. So you get an eye mask, because I am such an advocate for an eye mask when sleeping, because that stimulates my melatonin.
Yeah, you do. Yes.
And then you can get loop earplugs, and they match.
Well, I don't know. If any of you listening use loop earplugs, I'd actually love to know, because I don't really understand how
they just get rid of the noise that's extra. But then I don't know how, because you would do a lot of editing and things like that, or a lot of stuff in your. So I don't know if they like. Do you know who you should ask?
Go on.
On Instagram, Dr. Lisa Cunningham. She uses them, and she's a bit of an advocate for them.
Okay.
And I think you follow her too.
She's great.
She's great.
She's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. So
and she's doing great work as well in trying to, similar enough to what we spoke about.
Get better care up in that area.
Better care in terms of, but an air ambulance service and everything.
Yeah.
Is that the same doctor we're talking about?
So she, as far as I'm aware, and correct me if I'm wrong, we don't actually have a system over here where you can do air ambulance. So the one down in Cork, as far as I'm aware, is privately owned and privately funded. Now, there may be some charity involvement. Now, I could be completely wrong with this, so do correct me if I'm wrong, but I know initially when it was set up, it was privately owned and privately funded.
She could be a great person to get on the podcast.
There you go. But she trained for like air ambulance stuff. Like she is a consultant, an A&E consultant, but she trained and she did a stint. So she has a husband and kids, and she went abroad over to the UK to do this training. And she'd come back every so often to check in them, make sure they're all good and the house is functioning. But she went over and trained there, and to keep up her practice, she still goes over and does a shift every so often. Anyway, effectively, she's doing great work and trying to promote a lot the need for it in Ireland. And like we can definitely see there is a need for it in Ireland, do you know, that way. But
yeah,
people, it's not to say that like, I mean, there's the people in the Coast Guard and everything, but it's more just the people that are trained in trauma emergency.
Yes.
And trauma emergency care and the stuff that they can do.
Yeah.
I mean, out of hospital stuff is amazing.
People essentially who can turn the side of a road into an operating theatre.
Yeah. You need Bailey from Grey's Anatomy.
It is mad. It is unbelievable, some of the stuff out there. Okay, let's try and make that happen. Let's see if we can get Dr. Lisa Cunningham
Dr.
on the
Lisa
podcast
Cunningham
at some point, because she's a legend. She's absolutely amazing what she does.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know how Loop earplugs brought us there.
Sorry, because
she's an advocate of them.
She definitely, I remember her putting that up on her page probably about 2 years ago now, and that she did use them, and she found them quite good for, she can still hear alarms and stuff, but she found them quite good to be able to apply her brain.
Okay, well, if anyone has
go.
any experience in using them and would recommend, I would love to know. howyoulovey@gmail.com, or you can leave a little comment underneath here.
Back to your auditory assault. Go on.
Well, no, do you know what? It is funny though, because I know I've spoken about the ADHD diagnosis and over the last couple of months on the podcast, but this is a good example where I probably give myself a bit more space with that, because I understand my brain works differently. Mm-hmm. And like, because that's the only real, like, I didn't get medicated for ADHD or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's literally just giving myself the little break of like, all right, it's okay that you got overstimulated there.
Yeah.
And anyway, what I was in the middle of saying was that you're very good because you can see it, and you were like, you actually just came over and you gave me a big hug, and you were kind of laughing because I was so overstimulated.
I was like, you need to breathe.
And you were
Carl.
just like, just breathe. And in fairness, you were like, take 10 deep breaths, and we both kind of started laughing, and it did.
And that's what you needed.
And then I brought the kids
nice
in,
endorphins.
and we had a dance party,
Yes.
which kind of got everyone overstimulated again.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know one of the other things that has me overstimulated?
Go on.
We need rules of engagement when it comes to kids toys in houses everywhere. This is like a guidebook that needs to be brought out for people buying
Sand.
presents for
The
kids.
kinetic sand.
Kinetic and sand.
No, can I just say this? There's rules of engagement, but you completely disregard the rule of engagement.
How? What?
With it's the same with kids playing with the water. You're like, oh yeah, off you go. You're at the sink. It's free for all. You have to set the parameters, Carl. It's the same with the sand. You have to set the parameters. There's your box. There's your box. There's your box. What? And the sand stays in the box. You need to give them the rules before, especially Ayla. Like, she's only 2. So you have to give her the rules of engagement before she plays every time.
You say this as if anytime they play with kinetic sand when you're around, the place is spotless.
Carl, have you had to clean up sand anytime the kids are with me?
Yeah.
Carl, the kids, when they play with sand with me or the nanny, the sand is not everywhere.
Well, can I also just say
Yes.
that, do you know the way a while ago,
Go on.
or maybe I was talking about this on the radio. Yeah, it was. This was on the radio, not on the podcast. We have a patch of floor upstairs. Okay? There's a patch of floor upstairs.
Yeah.
And it's stupidly slippy. It's snap your ankle slippy, right?
A patch of floor upstairs.
It's one very
How come
specific
I've never
patch.
experienced this?
I'm telling you will one
Where
day,
is it?
and you'll end up on your hole. Okay,
Sorry, Carl,
Ash, it's a tiny spot.
Where, Carl?
It's upstairs, outside of our bedroom.
Yeah.
As you turn left to go into the box room,
Yeah.
and there's a one little patch, and if you hit it at the wrong angle, I swear to God, you're doing the splits. You're Ash.
I think this is because you're obviously walking around with your little fairy feet.
I was this close to calling Dr. Lisa Cunningham to come with the air ambulance to collect me in the house. I nearly snapped my pelvis in half with this thing. I absolutely went flying. But
When?
only a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Ash, I hit this thing regularly.
What thing regularly?
This spot on the floor.
So what do you hit?
The slippy bit.
So where do you go?
Flying.
Into what?
Like whatever's in front of me or around me.
Absolute
You just
gobshite.
slip. So, anyway, the point I want to make is I put a video up about kinetic sand and how much of a pain in the ass it is. And someone made a point in the comments and they said, I'm convinced that this stuff makes your floors more slippy. And I'm like, that's the only explanation I have for that random slippy
Carl,
patch.
the sand has never
upstairs.
been upstairs, so it's not up there.
But no.
And kinetic sand has only been in our house about 6 months.
The kinetic sand has not been upstairs in terms of the box has never been brought upstairs, but the kinetic sand has been upstairs because it gets dragged around the whole house.
Yeah, because of you.
No, it's not because of
Yes,
me.
because of you.
It's because
No, it's because of you.
I can't believe it's backfired. I can't believe it's backfired. On a more positive note,
Yes. The kids are happy.
the kids are happy.
Yeah.
Everyone's in good form, and it was nice. Like the weekend we got away, and you know what made me realize us going away to the States with our friends. What made me realize how much we all needed it
Go on.
was that on Saturday just gone, it was a kind of a week since we'd been out doing the wine
And we
tour.
all needed to be together.
And literally that night, everyone was like, what's everyone doing tonight? And everyone
Yeah.
came over.
Because we all missed each other.
Because we missed each other and we had great fun. So it was brilliant. And then the other thing I'm absolutely buzzing about is when this episode comes out on Thursday, Ireland are playing tonight. Holy shit. And if you're listening on Friday, please God, we beat Czechia. Please God.
I'm just not like...
Don't. Stop.
No, I'm going to shit all
Stop,
over it, Carl.
Ash.
I'm so like, over this whole thing of like, the lads. Yes, the lads, the football, great, whopper. And then we just lose every time. I'm just so over it.
Sorry. We
So
lose every
over it.
time. Just because you were doing your bloody yoga when we beat Hungary. And it was one of the greatest sporting moments in Irish history.
That I was still not interested.
It was.
My granddad will absolutely annihilate me.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry, granddad.
Yes.
But I just have no interest in the men's football. They've taken it out of me over the last 20 years.
No, and I understand that.
Yeah.
I do understand it.
I would 100% support the women's.
This is the exact reason as to why this is such a big moment, because we've gone through such a horrendous run. And for the first time in so long, we feel like we have hope. I was actually just thinking to myself, I've been at the last 2 World Cup playoffs that Ireland have been in. So it might be a good omen that I'm not going to this
brilliant.
one.
Yes,
because
don't
I
go.
was at the one in 2009 with the Thierry Henry handball in the Stade
Yes.
de France. And then I was at the one in the Aviva Stadium where we played Denmark and Ireland went 1-0 up after 3 minutes and all of us went, oh no, we scored too early and they beat
Yes,
us.
I
They
remember
beat us
that, actually.
5-1.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, so I'm not going, so hopefully means Ireland's going to win.
Sorry, well, you know, with me, Carl, I mean, you personally know this. It's a hard graft to get me on side. So
If we qualify for the World Cup,
go on.
and I'm telling you this now,
We're not putting flags
this is
in
a
Firehouse.
full-on non-negotiable.
We're not
This is
putting
a
flags.
full-on
No.
non-negotiable.
No.
I will literally get up in the dead of night and I will drape our house in bunting.
No.
I will paint
It's
the
not
walls
happening.
grey.
It can happen in the back garden. You can put as much bunting as you want in the back garden.
putting
It is not happening out the front garden. No.
Flags on every window of your car.
No.
Carl,
it's not happening.
It
is not happening.
Okay, watch this happen. Ash, how are you, Lovie?
Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, this will probably be a bit of a sniper section now at you.
We're only in how are you, Lovie?
I know, but you have infiltrated my being in the last week and a half, probably every hour.
What?
Yeah, you've infiltrated me. Carl.
Hang on. Whoa. We're only back from a lovely trip away together. Surely.
Oh no, you were infiltrating me during that trip away together as well, Carl.
Infiltrating now also
I know,
sounds
yeah,
like there's
I
a
know
bit
it
of
does,
innuendo
doesn't it?
attached to
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But what have I done?
What have you done?
What have I done?
What did you spill in your car the week before we went away?
Oh, aftershave.
And where did you put?
No. Sorry. Before we go any further, I didn't spill aftershave. I put it into, there's like a bin nearly beside you, to the left of the driver's seat where you can put stuff into it.
Yes.
You lift up the thing and you put stuff in.
I'd call it like a shelf. I wouldn't call it a bin.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, but I put aftershave in there, but it fell over and it was on its side. But I didn't realise that it'll just leak.
Oh, shocking.
Well, maybe it shouldn't have, but anyway, it was leaking. And all of this like really thick, oily, smelly aftershave came out of it. And it was stinking the car out. Like it was too much.
Okay, so you thought it would be appropriate to throw that sticky, congealed, oily stuff, a little bit of it into the bin and the other half into the dishwasher?
No, that's not what happened. No. I took the thing out of the car. I poured whatever residue was there down the sink, into the bin. Then I got paper towel and I dried up as much as I could. And then I put the bits into the dishwasher.
Okay.
Well, hang on. You put the bit that catches all the gunk from the hob, that goes in the dishwasher.
Yes.
You put, the food caddy.
Yes.
That goes into the dishwasher.
Yes.
So why would the smelly thing from the car not go in the dishwasher?
Because it's not food.
Well, it's made from flowers.
No, don't.
It is.
Sorry, you just look so like your son there. So maybe you're like, oh, I love him. No, Carl, no. So what has happened in the last week and a half? So we were driving to the airport and every time I was drinking from my water bottle, I was like, why do I hate him? Literally. Every time. See, the thing is, the aftershave that Carl has been wearing recently, I am not a fan. So every time I was drinking from my water bottle, I kept getting a sense of, I hate him. I hate him. And I was like, why is this happening? And then I realised, because you were away from me at the time, because we were in different parts of the airport and I was drinking from my water bottle, your smell is lingering. And it's lingering on my bottle. So anything plastic that was in that dishwasher, like the kids' plates and things like that, the smell is all over them. My lunchbox, the smell is all over it. The kids' plates, their cups, the smell is all over it. Any of the little lids for your glass porridge containers, the smell is all over them. So now when I open up the cupboard where all our plates and cups are, the smell is all over the cupboard.
So how has that happened?
Because it's obviously gone in through the dishwasher. And the smell is still in the dishwasher, by the way.
Well, no. You did make me get one of those dishwasher cleaner things.
Yes.
And it's just one of these yolks you put in on its own.
And
you
sorted
turn
it
on
for a day and then
I don't know. So is the smell, it's surely not still in the dishwasher.
It's still in the dishwasher. I opened it this morning.
Okay. Is the dishwasher is it still smelling to a normal person or is it just smelling to you because you're a freak?
No, it's probably getting better, but the smell is still there. Like we're at 2 weeks tomorrow, Wednesday.
So what are you saying? Is the dishwasher a write-off?
Don't know.
Can I claim that in the house insurance?
Carl, I don't know. And don't say it on the pod either.
I have said it.
It's said.
I wonder. Imagine putting that in for a claim.
I ruined it with
Destroyed
aftershave.
Put aftershave into it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been assault on my senses, Carl, this week.
Okay. No, that's fair enough. And no, look, I didn't think it would have such ramifications, so I apologise.
Yeah, it really has now. It's fecking everywhere and it's not a nice smell.
Okay, we'll give it another month.
Oh, I'm sorry?
And if it still
Carl, that's a month of it going into our body.
if it still smells in a month, then we might consider a new dishwasher.
Well, the divorce will be finalised in a month because
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck's sake, the smell of them.
And I'll get new aftershave. I want to get that aftershave that everyone always talks about loving. Creed.
I know. Well, I used to get you that. So you gave me a little bit of money and I've already put some aside to get you your Creed.
Have you?
Yeah.
And we're going to put that in the dishwasher.
No,
the
you
dishwasher
won't.
will smell lovely. You know, because it's about 300 quid a
I
bottle.
know, exactly. So I put a little bit of money aside to get that for Carl.
Have you?
Yeah, because I
Thank you
love
very
you.
much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I love you too.
I would like a ring. I would like a ring. No, the other thing then this week is, like maybe our lovely listeners can weigh in on this. We're at the point of we've been accepted for Davy to schools.
Yes.
And we've been accepted to 2 of the schools that we really wanted.
We're very lucky.
One is an English speaking school, one is a Gael school.
Yeah.
And the gra I have for him to go to a Gael school, I mean, I actually get sad at the thought of him not continuing the Irish.
Yeah.
But logistically, it would make sense for him to go to the English speaking school.
It's a little bit closer.
Yes.
And it would be very close to where Ayla's going to start going to play school.
Yeah, and she'll be going to
very
Neenra too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay. It would make life easier in terms of drop-offs and pickups.
Yes.
But look, I think I'm Team Grail School as well. Because I
Are
remember
you,
we
Carl?
went there and it was a beautiful little school.
Yeah.
And you know when you just get a lovely feeling.
Yeah.
And then the other day, Davey, he's real, like he loves performing. He's
Well,
at
no,
that
see, this was
stage.
the first time he ever did it. And I
Yeah.
think that's why, because he would normally get quite shy if you ask him to do a concert or something like that. This is the first time I just literally was looking through his little book for school. And I said, oh, I remember this song. And I started singing it. And he took the book off me and he held the book,
Yeah.
but he knew it. Like, obviously, he can't read.
Word for word.
Word for word. And like, there was verses and choruses and everything. And he just stood there and just sang his little heart out.
Like at top of his lungs.
And I was like, I am so proud.
Oh, you were
And I
bawling your
I
eyes out.
was, because I was like, I don't want to take that. There's a confidence there with him now with the Irish as well. And I feel like if we moved into an English speaking school, that confidence would be gone because that to him is the norm.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shift that from him. I know we're talking about a 4.5-year-old, 5-year-old, but I don't want to shift that on him. So to him, that's normal.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud that he does speak Irish. Like apparently he converses
Same.
with the teachers and he does with me in Irish, with you. Yeah. He just speaks to that. He just speaks in grunt to you.
Yeah.
Daddy.
It is sometimes like that.
So anyway, I think what I need is if our lovely listeners could give us a pros and cons list, I'd appreciate that.
Okay.
I need a pros and cons list. So Gael school or an English speaking school, what do you think? What are the most important things that you need to be doing for primary school? As in, is logistics the issue? Is it where their current pals are going to?
Yeah. Because
Is it what we would prefer? And then, yes, we do have the whole thing of feeder schools. So we have that covered. So feeder schools for us now with these 2 choices of schools is not an issue. So yeah, just give us the list. And I think that'll help me make my decision. I just
Okay.
need a bit of a weigh in. And then I suppose if you go to a Gael school, he'll probably be going to an English speaking secondary school.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a feeler for that I need to get more info on that.
What's the shift like there?
Yes.
One of the things I've been thinking about is that I, as someone who would love to speak more Irish, like we did for our bonus episode for the Paddy's Weekend special, where you tested me on my Irish, I wish I had a better and a more confident command of the Irish language. And I really feel like had I gone to a Gael school, that it would have given me that. And I think I wouldn't have struggled nearly as much with Irish in secondary
You
school.
didn't struggle with Irish in secondary school.
I did. I when I say struggled, it was one of those subjects where I had to put a lot of effort in to get not a huge amount back out of it. You know what I mean? Because it was a lot of it was how it was taught. It was about learning stuff off. That just not that doesn't work for me. I needed to the way
need fun.
French was taught. It was all conversational, and I did quite well with that. But yeah, I was constantly trying to drop down to ordinary level Irish. But in fairness, now my teacher, he was like, I know it's awful the way the curriculum is, but he was like, I'm telling you, you're good enough to do it. And in fairness, I got like a C or something like that. So I was happy enough in honours Irish. So there you go. Yeah, I'm currently team Gaels Cult, definitely.
Okay, there you go. Right, so Carl, next part of the Yale episode, we may have to delay this one. You were meant to watch Braveheart.
Oh yeah.
And you fell asleep on the plane. You had it downloaded.
I had it downloaded. I fell asleep.
You got about 20 minutes in, didn't you? I was watching you. I was watching your eyes close.
I was too busy on the way over. I was too excited, and we
had a lot of admin to get through, so we did that.
We did some admin, had a few drinks, which was good. So on the way back, then I was like, "Gran, I'm going to watch this on the way back." Jeez, I had a great sleep on the way back on the plane.
You watched 20 minutes. I saw your eyes flicker. I could watch. I was watching you and watching you and watching. I saw you flicker away.
Oh, it was lovely. And do you know what I have to say as well? I was fighting to stay awake for the plane food, but I actually couldn't stay awake. But luckily you gave me a nudge.
I did.
And woke me up for my plane dinner. Jeez, I love plane food. You couldn't have a thing because of the
have a
garlic.
thing. What did I have? On the way over, I thought it was very clever. I saw this thing online. So I filled up a Stanley container of like carrots, leeks, kind of small, chopped up small veg, like white cabbage. I got vermicelli noodles. I stuffed that in, and then I got a chicken stock, didn't I?
You did?
And then I asked the guys, the staff on board, when they were sending the food around, I said, would you mind just filling that up with hot water? And then I let everything sit in there for 5 minutes, gave it a good shake. Bob's your uncle. It was whopper. And I had ginger as well.
It was lovely. It was nice. Actually.
Go on.
Quick story from the plane.
Go on.
So when you were doing that, we were chatting with the flight attendant, air hostess. I don't think you're meant to say air hostess anymore.
Flight attendant.
Flight attendant. And she was chatting away to us. And then at one point she came up to me and she was like, there's people at the back of the plane. I don't know if you know them, but they've sent you up a drink.
They did.
And it was these lads who were on their way to a stag in Vegas.
Yes.
And they were flying into LA because it was a bit cheaper or whatever like that. But they listened to the breakfast show and they were like, they sent up the drink. So I went down. I was like, lads, Jesus, thanks a million. Like, just really nice thing to do.
Carl was like, I'm a Z-lister.
They bought me the drink anyway, and they said that they were going to this stag to Vegas.
Yes.
And there was 31 of them going to the stag in Vegas. Oh, I wish I had their names. Do you know what? Actually, I think I do have their names. Give me one moment. It was a guy called Joseph. They didn't give me their names, but it was a guy called Joseph from Currandulla. He from Galway. Okay, he lives in Canada, and there was 31 of them going to the stag in Vegas. Anyway, one of the men who was on the flight and sent me the drink.
Yes.
His wife follows me on Instagram and I think might listen to the podcast. So she might be listening to this right now. And one of the lads, not who was on the flight, but one of the 31, won $285,000 in Vegas. Isn't that absolutely
Sorry,
wild?
if you were his wife, you would be like, I will send you over on a stag every day of the week.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Oh my, sorry. Sorry.
Now, like, it would have got, I'd say half of it was tax, even still.
Sorry. No. I want to know, right? If you won that, how much of that came home?
Oh, Jesus.
I'd say.
Do you know what?
The party that they would have had after that.
I don't know.
I'd say they were in the clubs. They were in the lap dancing clubs. I'd say the girls were tipped galore.
If I ever won
Here's
that
one
amount
for
of money,
this nipple test, and here's more. Like, can you imagine? I mean, what, Carl?
You'd lose the run of yourself.
No, I was saying if you won that amount of money, I would be annoyed at you that you did not
if I
go
didn't go.
And like, you have to get the thrill of the experience of it.
I'd actually think
if I would be condoning that behaviour.
I think if I was on a stag and won a crazy amount of money like that, I actually think I'd have to be like, you need to leave. You need to get out of here right now. Because I don't know, I wouldn't trust that I wouldn't like blow it on something. On like just, oh come on, let's all buy a Mustang. Or like,
you'd be absolute shit crack, Carl.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you not remember on your stag, I had to ring you? No, you rang me and said you've left early.
I did an
And
Irish
I was
goodbye.
like, you absolute coward. You need to get back. Like, put your shoes back on and get back out there.
I was blue.
Pathetic.
I was
Pathetic.
balubas. So I stupidly planned my stag for the same day Ireland were playing England in the Six Nations. So of course the lads dressed me up in a full England kit.
Yes.
Anyway, my stag was where a bus collected us at our local pub, the Laurels, and brought us around a load of brilliant pubs in Wicklow. So we just did a pub crawl around Wicklow, Glenmalure Lodge, Glenavermal, all of these different places we went to. And anyway, I remember Johnny Fox's pub was one of the last ones. And I remember being like, geez, lads, I'm bleeding. I'm moonwalking here. And then we went into town into a place called the Ginger Man. And I remember in the Ginger Man, one of the lads, John, he was in a fairly bad way at his stag. So he was trying to repay the favour because he was like, come on, I bought you a drink. And I was like, I know what you're at here. And I just was like, either I stay here and I end up passed out, or I leave now. I think I better leave right now.
So you left?
No, I was absolutely...
I was very good too. I dropped stuff into your bedroom and everything, your hotel room.
You did? You were very good.
I dropped off the lads' cases for them.
We had a great
So they could kick their shoes off when they came
I
home and they had their PJs.
Loved my stag.
They could pull their plums together. With their little face masks on for the next morning.
Christ's sake.
You're going to have to do Braveheart now next week.
I will.
You've delayed us all by a week, so that means we're going to have to watch Braveheart this week and then the next movie next week.
Okay, I will. I'll get back up to speed with the movie.
So we're going to have
list.
2 movie reviews a week in a row. 2 weeks in a row.
Can I do a very brief Sniper Alley?
Oh, because I've already done a Sniper Alley.
You half did one.
What did you want to say to me? What have I... Honestly. Sorry now. What have I done?
What have you done?
What have I done? Go on. Enlighten me.
It's not too bad.
How can I turn this around on Carl now? Go on.
Oh no, I know you will. I know that you will.
Walk yourself into it. Here's your shovel. Off you go. Dig, dig, dig.
Can we try not sort out our life admin at 11:15 at night when we get into bed? Because do you know the way you complain about me when I wake up in the morning and I'm like this in the morning, right? And I just won't shut up. You're the complete opposite. We got into bed last night and I wouldn't mind. We watched half of the film What Women Want.
Brilliant movie.
So we sat around scratching our ass.
Yes.
For
because I was
an hour.
Enjoying that movie.
It was actually very good.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it. But we stayed up later than we should have.
Yes.
Especially it was a Sunday night. We'd been drinking the night before. We're still a bit jet lagged. We needed to get to bed.
Yes.
And we get into bed. And I'm like, oh, thank God. And then all of a sudden, tell me this now. I'm going to draft this email here and tell me, how should I word this? And I just was like, we literally have had the entire day to do this. Literally Sunday, we said with the kids, we were going to have a lazy pajama day, which we've done with them. We were in the car. We went and got coffees in the car early in the day. We sat in a queue at Goat's Gruff for 20 minutes.
You didn't. You sat. I didn't. I had Bavian on my lap.
Ample opportunity. No, but we still could have discussed it. So, no, sorry. At 11:15 is not an appropriate time to sort out life admin. Because I wouldn't mind.
Listen, I agree with you. I do agree with you on this. I will say, though, it is very hard for me to get time to do any life admin.
Fair.
Because generally you get to do it when I'm in work because you do it during your work hours while the nanny is here.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't get an opportunity to do that.
That's fair. Okay. I'm glad that you hear me.
I do hear you because
I
did choose a very late time, and I do understand that.
Because it was.
I knew you were annoyed, and I'm very sorry.
This morning,
yeah,
I was all over the shop on the radio. I was.
That's not my fault. Pull your shit together.
I was trying to, and my brain wouldn't work.
Carl, I have to go into work, and I have to be shit hot.
Wouldn't work.
I have to go. I was jet lagged the other week and I was fabulous in work the following day.
You were, in fairness. You
So
always are.
You just have to suck it up, brush the tiredness away and off you go.
All right. Well, listen, maybe we could try and give ourselves the best opportunity to be the best version of ourselves by not doing life admin at 11:15 at night on a Sunday. Thank you very much.
Okay, and I appreciate that. If you could afford me some time so that I could do my life admin.
Do you know what? Whatever. We'll take this back up. Right, correspondence time. howielovey@gmail.com. If you want to email us about anything at all during this episode or any other episodes, and something you go, I would like to add to that. Or you can always as well put a comment underneath the episode if you're listening on Spotify or on YouTube as well. What do you have for us?
We've started a bit of a family dialogue going on here, right? You might remember a couple of weeks ago we got an email in from Alan Brady, and
Alan from Cavan.
Alan from Cavan, yeah.
Alan.
And I gave him a bit of shade, didn't I, when I was
You were
talking
giving
about
the
Cavan.
whole county of Cavan a bit of shade,
sorry,
which I think
Alan.
is very unfair on Cavan.
But he said for you to not fall for the middle ground proposal. We were talking about the washing and the clothes washing.
Yes.
And he was saying that his wife is a lazy bitch and doesn't do housework, but she does all the washing. And then it transpired that
He didn't actually say that, did he?
he did. He said, my wife is allergic to housework and most domestic duties except for washing clothes.
Brave man.
And
Yeah, I
actually,
do
since
remember
she
that.
bought a Dyson type Hoover, she will hoover a bit. I feel this will not last. The novelty will wear out. So, in fairness, we were defending him until he just got deeper into that paragraph. And I was like,
Yes,
Alan.
Yeah. It was
Alan.
fairly indefensible.
So, we couldn't really agree with you. But then I got a lovely little email in from Maeve,
Who's Maeve?
Alan's wife.
Go on, Maeve.
Hi, guys. Just firstly, I'm a dub and not from Cavan. Even better, Maeve. They probably put so many tolls in the road to stop them from leaving because they wouldn't part with the money.
She's having a right go back at her fella. I love it.
Go on, Maeve. She goes, I'd like to apologise for the cheek towards Ash in Alan's email and confirm that he was sober, because I did question, because they were on their way back from their concert and at the time they were emailing and I was like, I'm guessing he's been drinking and his wife is driving. But he was sober, and she goes, you can start sympathising with me now. And then that was the other thing. I was like, she, as in the way he was calling her she. So she said, yes, she has a name, so it's Maeve. And I happen to love the SpongeBob songs you do. So Alan also threw shade.
Oh, it's your SpongeBob.
And how I've started doing Sniper Alley.
Yeah.
I think it's a very gifted way of letting my husband know I'm not happy with the situation.
Alan, I appreciated your honest feedback.
Yeah, well, Alan can shove it up his arse. He doesn't have a vote because he's from Cavan. Anyway.
Stop with the Cavan. Poor Cavan.
She goes, Alan probably doesn't like them because I sing along too. Thanks, Maeve. Anyway, a few months ago, I did get my first cordless Hoover after copying Carl from his stories, and I love it.
Oh, we got a shark.
And that Hoover is brilliant. I will agree.
Stratus.
She goes, your 30s are thrilling. Carl, we need like nice little 30s, boring 30s things. We haven't done one of those items in a while. You need to do it.
Actually, maybe that might be a good bonus episode for this week, because I did some boring 30s stuff, and we also have an update on the grass.
There we go.
Okay.
That's
We'll do
our
a
bonus episode, boring 30 stuff.
Boring shit that isn't boring because you're in your 30s.
Okay.
Bonus
perfect,
episode
yeah.
on Saturday.
So she goes, I do hate housework, but do keep on top of it literally just as much as I need to, while having a chronic dust mite allergy. Now, actually, sorry, Maeve, Carl here the other week wasn't aware there's such a thing as dust allergies.
I think it got edited out, but we had quite a Barney about whether dust is an actual allergy.
To say...
and even our producer, Emma, who edits the podcast
pissed herself laughing.
Well, Emma was just like, Carl, it's one of the most common allergies on planet Earth.
Yeah.
I've never, ever heard of a dust allergy.
You've no awareness of it because you don't suffer with it.
Well, good. Then don't bring your negativity into my life. Keep it away.
Like, you saying Maeve is negative? Maeve has brought you joy in the 2 minutes I've been reading her email. So So she doesn't really do too much. See, Maeve, I wish I could have that because Carl just chooses not to do. So I have to suffer with my dust allergy. So anyway, maybe I would have more time for it if I wasn't constantly picking up wet towels in a heap or socks everywhere or mopping floors from wet shoe prints when some man doesn't take his shoes off at the door. But sure, it's hard to train these husbands. Am I right, Ash? Slow and steady. This is a whopper email. Laundry, however, is my thing. I love it. And Alan is simply not allowed to touch an ounce of it, bar put the dirty clothes in the basket. That's all I ask. It's a work in progress because clearly he's putting towels and stuff on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I could really start slacking and stop looking after our full house renovation, which is currently happening. So some could say that could cancel out the slight lack of housework.
Oh God,
Alan, I mean,
there's
definitely something with him
Alan,
being
you've
from
bitten off more than you can chew here.
Ash literally read out Alan's email as we were pulling up in Galway for the weekend to celebrate our wedding anniversary. So milked him out of it for a new clatter ring due to the cheek. Well done, you.
I'm so glad that our podcast got that for you. That's great.
We absolutely love the pod. Laugh along as we binge on it on long drives. I agree with Ash 24/7 and Alan McCarl. So relatable. Should we go splits on the tiny violins for the lads now or later?
Good on you.
And
That's
then she
great.
said, hashtag Hon the Baps. By the way, I have a USA Pro.
Sorry, is that her saying?
Oh no, remember we were like, about the whole BAP talk a couple of weeks ago.
I actually think that should be like a little saying.
Hon the Baps.
Hon the Baps.
Hon the Baps. By the way, I have a USA Pro sports bras for the gym and find them great after doing jumping jacks in fitting room to try them out.
Because your baps are smacking you in the face when you were running.
Well, they're not really, I just want it comfortable. They're not smacking me in the face, Carl. They're not that feckin' mobile. Fuck's sake. Thanks, Carl. Sorry. I have visions of the granny from Hey Arnold, like, no. And then she says, give the best girly whirly a belly rub for me from one struggling wife to another. Maeve.
That's a great email. Maeve. Well done.
That email totally made my little day.
Can I give a quick shout out to Christine O'Toole?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Hi, Christine.
So this was to do with last week's episode, and I was talking about how when you live with someone who works in healthcare, their ability to kind of predict your inevitable demise.
Yes.
So Ash picks up on any sort of illness or sickness or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Through lots of different ways, but one of the ways that you do it is by smelling my piss. Because whenever...
Sorry, that makes a sound. Like I go into the bathroom and go...
as I'm midstream.
Yeah.
No, Ash will go into the bathroom after me,
and
she'll be like, "The smell of your piss, you're very dehydrated."
I can smell the ammonia off it.
Christine very fairly has said, "Good woman, Ash, looking out for Carl, but red flag. How are you seeing the pee? Does he not flush the chain?" Because also you'd see bubbles. In the water.
Yes, that's the protein in your urine. No, I would...
Because I would flush the toilet.
No, you do. It's during the night. It's overnight because the toilet is right beside the kids' bathroom. So we don't flush the toilet overnight. We used to flush it with Davy, but Ayla is such a light sleeper.
I'm sorry, what's the saying as well in terms of water conservation?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
If it's brown, flush it down.
Flush it down. If it's yellow, let it mellow.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Just letting it mellow. That's all.
Yeah. No, I would be initially I would be initially a renal trained nurse, so wee excites me in all forms and respects.
You're fascinated by wee.
Yeah.
How's your wee been like? What's it like at the moment?
I've never been like...
Tell me more.
Sorry, I have never asked anybody those questions.
Give me a sample.
Carl, I have never asked. I mean, you're so, like... Will you fuck off to Cavan with Alan?
Right. I think it's time for us to get out of here.
Anyway, lovely listeners, you've brought us so much joy in this episode. And it's good to be back on normal ground.
It is.
In normal headquarters.
It is.
HAYL headquarters. HQ.
Thank you so much. Don't forget to rate, review, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Another thing I would say as well, if there's someone who you know and you think that they might enjoy listening along, maybe give it a little recommendation to them and see what they think. Yeah. Tell them to try it out. And
or don't.
We'll be back with you on Saturday for that bonus episode of boring shit that isn't actually boring because you're in your 30s. And hopefully on next week's main episode, Ireland will be qualified for the World Cup. Oh, come on, Ireland, let's go.
I hope, if you see me on YouTube right now, you'll just be like, Aisling's face is like a wet mop. I'm just like,
nothing new there. You. Good luck. See you later.
Good luck.